Hey, that was your 2A here. Okay. Today I'm going to be talking about the divide in the Second Amendment community. Okay. First, I'm going to say I'm going to be looking at my notes a lot throughout this video. Also, it's going to be one of those more rambly type of videos, kind of probably going to be ranting a little. This is my favorite type of video to make, so I'm just going to go right into it. Okay. So, I've watched a lot of videos on this topic. Um, in preparation for this video, I've been thinking about this for several weeks now. Um, I've noticed that the Yankee Marshal has made a lot of videos on this topic. He's made a lot of good points. I would recommend check him out, the Yankee Marshal, if you haven't. Most people in the Second Amendment community have probably seen him around. I don't agree with everything he says, but at the end of the day, he's pro 2A, I'm pro 2A. Great, I do agree with a lot of things he says. Okay, the reason I just said that is because it's something to keep in mind. Okay, you don't have to agree with somebody. You can agree to disagree on some things while still agreeing on others, such as supporting the 2A. It kind of comes back to that whole live and let live saying, or whatever it is. And that's something to keep in mind, okay? Not only throughout watching this video, but in your daily life, especially around the Second Amendment. It's something to keep in mind, right? Agree to disagree respectfully, and agree on other things. You don't have to just hate somebody because you have a difference of opinion on one topic, is the point at hand. Okay, anyway, like I said, I've seen a lot of these videos. Sometimes they're talking about the actual divide in the gun community, such as like advocates compared to salespeople and industry people and whatnot. The list goes on. I'm not really talking about that. These videos also sometimes they talk about difference of opinion, right? Like or a difference in mindset, rather. Like the FUDs, like, oh, I got my double barreled shotgun, my bolt action rifle, I like to hunt. Don't know why you need those 30 rounds and whatnot. Like, obviously that there's that guy, but um and then there's the tactical guys, and the competition people and the collectors, and the list goes on there as well. I'm not really talking about all that either. I'm more talking about all these anti-gunners. They're trying to take firearms. The end goal is no firearms in this country for anybody. Total ban on firearms. Okay, that's the end goal. Okay, and I'm talking about trying to fight that and not allow that to happen is mainly what I'm talking about in this video. So, because like I understand, there's the FUD who's got his bolt action rifle, right? Likes to hunt. Okay, he's not worried about all these gun controllers right now, but that person needs to realize, okay, okay, you're gonna eat a sandwich, all right? Do you eat that whole sandwich at once in one bite? No, you don't do that. Of course you don't. Okay, so you eat what do you do? You eat it one bite at a time, right? Okay, that is what these gun controllers are doing currently. Okay, they're taking it one bite at a time. Okay, they already have made full autos, short barreled rifles, short barreled shotguns, suppressors. They've already made those unavailable to your average Joe in this country. Okay, they've already made those more or less unobtainable. Um, so now they're focused on so-called assault weapons, which is really just semi-automatic rifles. Okay, that's the next bite they're trying to take. Okay, after that, the bite they're going to take is probably handguns. Okay, and then the next bite they might do some caliber bans, like, oh, high caliber rifles. I know we said the AR-15 was high caliber, But no, I mean, it is, but no, like, you can't have 308, 30-06, okay? These are too high caliber. Okay, that might be the next bite, okay? Another bite after that might be shotguns. It's like, oh, no, if somebody gets shot with a shotgun, they die. We gotta ban them, okay? That might be the next step after that. And then eventually it's like, oh, no, 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 you can't have bolt action rifles because you can shoot just too quickly, okay? Just too fast of a follow up shot. And then after that, what do you have? You got, eventually you've just got single shot 22. So then they're going to even find a reason to take those. Then there are no guns for anyone in this country at all, okay? That's not what we want, okay? That's not what anybody should want. And I don't think anybody does, okay? I don't think the FUD who's got the double-barreled shotgun wants that. I don't think the super tactical, self-defense minded prepper type person wants that either, okay? Nobody in the Second Amendment community or the gun community wants that, okay? So that is why we need to put our differences aside and stop being so divided and try to come together to save the Second Amendment, whatever you use the Second Amendment for, whether it's hunting or self-defense or the list goes on, whatever you use the Second Amendment for, the Second Amendment is either there or it isn't, okay? It's not just going to be there for one thing and not another. It's all or nothing, okay? That's why those of us who are in the Second Amendment community, we got to come together, okay? Because these gun controllers who are trying to take down the Second Amendment, they have come together. They're a unified group, okay? We aren't. We're splintered. We're very divided in this community, okay? So unless we can get rid of some of that divide, come together, okay? So it's like us versus them. We can fight for the Second Amendment, okay? That is what we need to be focusing on. We're divided heavily, okay? A lot of that divide comes from within, okay? We're dividing ourselves, all right? A lot of it is just simple, honestly pretty childish things like AR people versus AK people, right? Glock versus 1911 people. That's a lot of the divide right there. Div caliber debates. 9 versus 45. Everybody hates 40 apparently. It's just dumb. Just get over it, okay? I like ARs, 1911s. You like AKs, Glocks. Great. Okay, we're all, utilizing Second Amendment rights, and that's the big picture, and that is good. Okay, I don't care what type of gun you use. I'm not going to judge you for it. It's a firearm, and you're using Second Amendment rights, and that's great. Don't judge me either, though, bud. Okay, like I said, it comes kind of back to agreeing to disagree sometimes. This internal divide is unnecessary, and I feel that it could be stomped out easily, and we need to try to do that, and we need to keep that point in mind in our daily lives, okay? Now, moving on from that, a lot of the divide also comes from the outside, okay? And it's by design, okay? The political left likes to divide us by race, religion, sex, even age, okay? It is not good, and we need to try to spot it. It's like, they're doing this to us, okay? They're trying to divide us by pushing this shit right now at a strategic time. They're not gonna get us. We can see it. You gotta try to see through the bullshit, okay? And it's hard sometimes, all right? But it's what needs to be done, okay? Like the 2020 situation, all the riots, cities burning, okay? That was no coincidence, okay? That was absolutely by design. That was leading up to the 2020 election. That was by design for divide, and it worked, okay? That's just one example of this type of divide. There's tons of things that are done at strategic times to divide people and the Second Amendment community, okay? So we got to try to learn to see through that, okay? And keep it in mind that is happening. Yeah, like I said, we got to put our differences aside, because at the end of the day, the Second Amendment is for everyone, okay? Absolutely everyone, okay? Doesn't matter what your race is, okay? It doesn't matter what religion you practice, if any. Doesn't matter what sex you are. Okay, it doesn't matter what age you are, all right? The Second Amendment is for everybody. You have a Second Amendment right in this country. Everybody does. Use that, okay? The Second Amendment is the great equalizer, okay? A firearm is the great equalizer, okay? A lot of people need that. A lot of people could easily be, some people aren't as physically, able as others. A lot of people need that great equalizer, okay? But also, I don't care if you're 300 pounds, super buff. If somebody's standing over there with a gun pointed at you, you lost. You lost, okay? But that's it for you. Okay, so everybody should utilize their Second Amendment rights, in my opinion. And like I said, one way that they try to divide us is by age, okay? And this leads me into a point. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos talking more about the younger gun people and Second Amendment people, because I'm a younger guy myself. I'm 20 for those who don't know. And it's difficult to be in this age group and to be pro 2A or conservative or whatever you might say. It's difficult, right? Because so many people in this age group aren't. Langley Outdoors Academy, a great channel, check it out. He talks a lot about passing the Second Amendment on to the next generation, okay? And that's great. I mean, it's a good thing to hope for, and I agree with that. But like, it's one thing to try to push back against gun control so that it actually still exists, but the next generation has to want it, okay? Because even if it exists and they don't want it, what's it doing? It isn't doing nothing, right? And so it's kind of been my thought process lately. Like, we don't want to. We got to focus on everything, right? Like, yes, the Second Amendment needs to remain. We have to focus on that, but also we need to expose more people to the Second Amendment and whatnot, so that there are people to continue utilizing that right in the future. And I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. So that's why I'm going to start doing more videos focusing on the younger Second Amendment person. Um, anyway, getting back to the point, when I said, the Second Amendment is for everybody, it is, okay? And the end goal, okay, the end goal for gun control, like I said, I already laid out, they're going to take all guns eventually, but they're going to take it one bite at a time, okay? Once they have all your firearms, once all guns, we the people, we the people in this country, have no legal way to have firearms. Once that happens, what are we left with? Are we left with this civilized, utopian, zero murder rate country? No, that's not what we're left with, okay? What we're left with is communism. Complete, full communism, okay? That is what we're left with after that point. We don't want that. You don't even want to know what that looks like, okay? So we gotta open our eyes. We gotta come together. We gotta save the Second Amendment for the future of a free country. Period. Okay, that's why I wanted to make this video. We gotta try to get rid of some of this divide in the Second Amendment community to save the Second Amendment. Got to. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here. Pretty long video. I did say I was gonna be ranting. I certainly was. This, I probably left some points out. You can get in the comments if you want. I could have went on for an hour on this topic, really. So anyway, gonna get out of here. Goodbye.